What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Another day, another adventure. Today, we got a couple things we got to do. We're going to go to a new auction. I'm going to take you guys with me to a place called Wrecker. It's a police impound auction. At this auction, you will find vehicles that have been abandoned on the side of the road. You'll find vehicles that have been impounded by the Oklahoma City Police Department, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. These are vehicles that had expired registration, no insurance, DUI, DWI, illegal activity. You know, vehicles are being used for something other than just driving from A to B. So it's a real interesting place. Now, what I like about Wrecker is there are no fees. There's no registration fee. There's no bidding fees. There's nothing. You know, when you raise your card, it's an old school auction. You got to go out there in person. You got to bid in person. But whatever you bid on a car, that's what you bid. There's no fees. If you bid $500, you walk away paying $500 and you get your car right out the door for no more than $500. That's what I love about it. These are sold on Title 42 lien paperwork, abandonment lien paperwork, and it takes about 2 or 3 weeks, and the tax commission will then give you an actual regular clean title to the vehicle. Now, back in the day, many years ago, back in about 2004, I actually started my first car business buying cars directly from Wrecker at these auctions, and I made a living doing that for years. So I figured maybe this is a good place to try to find some interesting content for you guys, take you guys to a new auction to see some old school auctioning going on. You know, some of you might like that. And it's a chance to maybe find something a little more appropriate for the Weird Beard lot over some Copart cars. So let's just get out there, let's see how it goes. And if we have time, I need to go to LKQ and pull apart, see if we can find gold parts for this truck. I think the auction is going to take the majority of this video, so let's get out of here. We got stuff to do and we're running late. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here early. The auction doesn't start for a couple hours, so there's really nobody here. Back in the back lanes here, look, they got jumper packs ready to go for you. Your wrecks are generally all back here. And this is, if you're in Oklahoma, I know I'm starting to get a lot of followers here from Oklahoma, subscribers. If you're in Oklahoma, this is Wrecker off of Agnew and Vila. All right, it's just north of Reno. And look, I have bought, I can't tell you, I used to run a business from these guys. I would buy cars like this, something I would never put back together, but it was something that I needed the engine out of, or the transmission. I know you guys probably don't believe it. I used to actually do motor swaps and transmission swaps back in the day, you know, before I hurt my neck and was told I'm not supposed to do this stuff anymore. And you can buy some of these wrecked cars for a couple $100. The people here are really friendly. You're not going to find a more friendly group of people, I don't think, than over here at Wrecker. And no, this is not like a promotion. This is not a sponsored content or anything like this. These are family-oriented people. They're honest about their cars. You know, if they know something's wrong with it, they'll put it up here on the windshield somewhere. K means that it has a key, runs 5-speed 4x4. All right, they'll tell you the miles. Look right here. You know, they don't want you buying something and getting stuck. They're not trying to screw you over. These are good people. They'll tell you right here, bad transmission. All right, key, runs. I don't know what that means, but bad transmission. So you know when you get it, you know, they do the best they can to sell you a car that you know full well what's going on with. Like this one right here, look at this. Key runs, no move, bad CV joint, and a bad radiator. This one has a title. All right, and the lot numbers are up here, 60, 61. They go in order. And this is a great place to find some cheap vehicles, man. Look, this is a beautiful Acura right here. This is one I'd be interested in. Very nice looking Acura. It's an 02. It's lot number 91. They like to put the nicer cars towards the end. Needs a seat. You know, the seat's a little tore up. Not too bad though. Nice looking Acura. Tags are expired on that one. You know, these are cars that I think are great for the dealership. These are great flip cars. So I recommend, if you're looking for a flip car, you know, even if you're not in Oklahoma, maybe go and check out your local impound auctions. Almost every state has impound auctions. So go check out your local impound, and if you're in the Oklahoma City area, come hit up Arrow Wrecker. They have auctions every other Friday, and they're at 1 o'clock p.m. You can check the vehicles out on the previous Wednesday, I believe. What's Wednesday or Thursday? Check out their website, arrowwrecker.com. So you people in the Oklahoma City area, come out here, find yourself a good deal. Just don't come out here and bid when I'm trying to bid on lot cars, all right? All right, well, I think that's gonna be it for the tour. There's plenty of other vehicles out here that I could show you, but I think we're actually gonna take the remaining time to look at some of these cars for ourselves and get on the ball here. They actually have some pretty decent cars out here today. I mean, some great lot cars. Great lot cars. I like this little Saturn. I like that Saturn a lot.
Oh, I ain't eating. Oh, no.
What's up, Julio?
Hey,
I ain't seen you in a while, man. We're gonna stay away from the Mercuries here, I think, because these things don't sell very well. Still a nice looking car though. You see what I mean? I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of, you know, some of these vehicles. Great stuff for cheap, you know. At least that's the hope. The hope is that we can get them for cheap, we can sell them for cheap, and you know, right there, back runs, back passenger side bad, no move. There's a Lincoln LS. And you can find some decent cars at your local impound auction. Look at Jessica running out of the camera. All right, this one's nice too. I like this. K runs, freeze plug out. Yeah, no water, so watch out for that. North Carolina, so you know this one was driving across the country at some point.
Oh, okay, guys, we don't have a key for the Lincoln, but it runs. Just no key for the Lincoln runs. But you use a screwdriver. All right, and it moves and runs. 96 Lincoln, town car, around town, about 200 to go. 225, 250, 250, 275, 300, 325, 325, your man's got me 350, 375, 375, 575, 400, 425, 425, 55, 425, 425, 4 in the back, 425, 425, 450, senor, 450, and the other now 50. Anybody else be 450, 425, 450, 425, 450. Sold it, 425, 425, you want to go to 48, 425.
All right, so that didn't work out as well as I hoped it would. We stayed a while, watched some of the bids to see what some of these cars were going for, especially some of the wrecked ones, to get an idea of, you know, what the nice ones are going to go for. And unfortunately, there's just too many dealers that are here, probably looking at cars for buy here, pay here, so they're willing to spend a little more out of pocket for some of these cars. So instead of sitting here the rest of the day, we're going to go be more productive out at LKQ and Polo Park. Going to go look around and see if we can find some parts for the Cadillac so we can get this thing up for sale. There's a couple cars at Copart that I'm really interested in, but I need to start branching out. Really need to be looking at more than Copart. Start checking out IAA. I'll see if I can get them to approve me to video out on their lot. I'll send an email to their social media department. We'll see if we can do that. We need to branch out. So this was my first attempt. We may come back here again. This is a great place to come when it gets really cold out, because not nearly as many people show up. You can get some much better deals in the cold or the rain. You know, it just occurred to me that this is our first time in the gold SRX on the highway. And something else just occurred to me. There's a light on down there that I didn't realize was on. That's the security light. That's very concerning. That could mean that the next time we go to crank this car over, it might not start. Now, this does have a recall for the ignition. You guys know GMs were real bad about that, people dying in these car accidents or whatever. There is an ignition failure with this car. So I'm noticing this security light, and we've had some other issues that may be related to the ignition key. We're gonna have to, we gotta get this thing fixed. And I guess we gotta send it to a dealer for the recall. But yeah, there she is, man. There she is, 65 miles an hour, smooth as butter. It drives great. The steering is straight. It's a good one, man. It's a good one. Now we got to get to LKQ, but I think first we need to hit a Starbucks. All right, so here we are in the bullet hole Cadillac SRX that we looked at on that live stream. And they put a little hole in here so that you could take this bolt out. Like, to get all this out, there's one little bolt hiding back here, right there. And you can access it through the hole in here, but it's easier just to remove this. air vent just popped right out. This comes out. Then we've got a couple 10 mils, one there, one there, one there, one there. And today it is 40% off. I verified that, so we're gonna try to get anything that we possibly can for this. I was gonna pull this off. This comes out, which is busted in our SRX, but as I was unclipping it, it broke right there. And unfortunately, this one is already busted. I know it's black, it's not the same color. I don't care as long as it looks better, you know, not broken. But we'll keep looking around. Right now, we're gonna pull this radio. It's probably not gonna work. I think it's got to be specifically programmed or whatever. We're gonna pull it anyway for 40% off. Who gives a damn? And out she comes. Boy, that thing is huge, isn't it? Heavy. Yeah, and I know this is probably not going to work in our car. In fact, I can already tell it's not, because all of the wires are completely different from what we've got in ours. So, yeah, there goes that. All right, so here's something that I was not aware of. We took this out of an SRX. I just pulled this right here, which I broke after going through all the trouble removing it. The top cracked and busted. I just pulled this out of a CTS, and it appears that the entire interior is almost identical to the SRX. The dashboard looks the same. It was already missing that cover up there, so I'm gonna try to find another one. This may be a darker color than mine. I really don't remember. I don't care at this point. But it looks like the entire dashboard, even the instrument cluster. Everything. This looks identical. The door panel switches, the trim. It looks like the SRX is nothing more than a CTS with a hatchback. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the house. I wish I had had more time to record for you, but man, it's just been. This is Black Friday for me. It is Black Friday. You guys will probably see this Saturday, but what a pain today has been, man. Like, it's the line at LKQ 40% off today. The line was outrageous. So some of the wires, I know you can't see this. Some of the wires that we see in the dash, they actually all run back here. So there used to be an amp. These wires are going to be cut somewhere back there, I'd imagine. But we're back here for a reason. I'm trying not to hit my beautiful Corvette right here. But see if I can show you what's going on. In a Cadillac SRX, your stereo fuse is back here. You literally have to pull the carpet down, take out these side panels that go right here. This is Velcroed in, so you've got to pull all this back. And what we have is pull that out of there, and it's got a nice diagram right there. But down here, there's a blue 15 amp. Boy, this thing is getting beat to hell and back. There's a blue 15 amp fuse. Let's try this again. A blue 15 amp fuse right here. This goes to the stereo. And this is blown. I don't know how well you can see that in the video, but she is toast. So we've got a new 15 amp fuse right here that we're going to plug in. And we're going to hope for the best. Let's see if that fixes the radio. And what I do is I got my volt-o-meter right here, and I just I turn it on the beep, you know, so that if you have a bad fuse, instead of beeping like this, it makes no noise at all. So it'll be fun putting all this carpet back together. We've got right now I'm just trying to make sure the radio works, and it looks like it should, I hope. We had to splice some wires back together here. I'm going to change out this whole tray here in just a moment, but before we do that, I want to plug this radio in, and since it's just me, I'm going to have to turn the camera off and do this one on my own. Well, I kind of figured this is what was going to happen. Theft lock. Great. So I guess the screen is not going to do anything because this damn radio must need to be programmed by the dealer, and the dealer will probably not program it. They're real bad. At least the dealership out here that's close to me, they won't touch this unless you can bring them the title or a copy of the title to the car that it came out of. Otherwise, they don't want anything to do with it. And look here. Here we go again with the security light. Now the fuel gauge is sitting at empty and the airbag light is on. That's new. I'm telling you, man, the key or whatever in here is getting kind of rough. And I guess we can't see anything on the screen at all. Like you can't see any of the airbag. Now we got an airbag light, traction control light, and the gas gauge is all the way at empty. Great. So I mean, at least I guess, yeah, you can't even see any info. Like the screen won't do. Well, now all the lights just turned off on it. What a headache. At least there's not a giant gaping hole in it anymore, I guess. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here it is with the center stack completely removed. We got all the wires. What a mess. We got all the wires. We got the wires for the subs right here, the antenna, the heating control unit. This is a job. Like we had to pull the glove box out. You got to pull this knee panel down here off. Lots of nuts and bolts, but we got it off. We got the new one sitting right here. So I know it's black, but it's just gonna have to work because we couldn't find one that matched the color. So when I snap my fingers, this is gonna be done. Well, I feel like this is probably one of the worst videos I've ever made for you guys, and I sincerely apologize. I have been unbelievably stressed out and busy trying to get this thing put back together. We kind of went all over the place today, but here's the deal. This is replaced, right? And it's not cracked. This one is solid. I made sure not to buy one that was brittle. As far as this goes, I'm probably just going to carefully super glue the places that are cracked. We have no lights on the dash, so the key is working properly right now. I do have a question for you ladies and gentlemen out there. Do you know any dealership in the Oklahoma City area that will bypass this? I've got the receipt for it. I paid for it at LKQ today. You guys watched me pull the damn thing out. So the last time I tried to go to a dealership for a stereo issue like this, they wanted a copy of the title for the vehicle that it came from. And I don't know anybody that's going to give you a copy of the title for selling you a radio. And that was Hudeberg Chevrolet out here in Midwest City. So if anybody, maybe one of you watching knows somebody that works at the dealership, all you need is a Tech 2 for this thing. If anybody's willing to help me out, I'm happy to pay for it. I just don't want to be told I need a copy of the damn title. I'll be happy to bring the receipt. I need this radio unlocked. So if any of you out there can help me out, I sincerely appreciate it. Here she is. She is put back together. Glove box is all together. Everything is good. I'm happy. We got the inside done. I know it doesn't quite match, but you know, it is what it is. It looks better than a gaping hole. Now, tomorrow, my job is to source the fender and the bumper from a junkyard. So I guess that's that. I'm really enjoying this thing. The only thing that I can tell that it needs, other than the recall done for the ignition switch, is some shocks and struts. And it's not bad. It's not like it's all over the road or it's crazy or anything, but you can definitely feel over harsher bumps. You can feel that the shocks are worn out on the front and the back, and the recall. So I found some gold SRXs that we can get the parts off of to repair this. Reasonable prices on the parts. The only problem is they're down in Texas, like around the Dallas area. That is a long drive, but I mean, if that's what I got to do to put this thing back together, that's what I'm going to do, because this thing is turning out beautiful. It's solid. It's running and driving absolutely great. $265 out the door, $15 for tags, $49.99 for a battery. And today I spent $30 at LKQ. I think I haven't even put gas in because it came with a full tank of gas. So it's like, literally, I have no money in this thing. I thought about, they've got that white one with bullet holes in it. I went all through LKQ. They do not have one this color, not even close to this color. The only one they have that has usable parts is the white one with bullet holes. I considered pulling the parts and just taking them down to Mako to get them painted. But like, the paint's not going to match. It's going to be brand new paint. It's going to be a cheap paint job. It's not even going to come close to matching the paint job on this. I'd rather just go with OEM parts that are already OEM painted. So, you know, the parts I get are going to be just as old as this, faded like this. So it should blend in a lot better. And if that means I got to go to Texas to do it, then I guess I got to go to Texas to do it. But I'm going to keep looking around here and see if we can find some parts locally. If not, you know, we'll take a trip down to Texas to pick up a bumper and a fender and a grill. Gotta get a new grill for this, man. I don't like the grill that's on it. So I guess that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys for, I know it was a hectic day. I know this video is like here, there, and everywhere, and I appreciate you guys sticking through this for me. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like the content. Hey, and let me tell you, Aero Wrecker is a great place to go if you're looking for a cheap vehicle to get you from A to B. But most of the cars that I was watching at the auction there, man, they were going kind of high for what they were. And it just doesn't make sense for a dealership to spend that kind of money on those kind of cars. But hey, I've used them over and over again throughout the last 20 years to buy cars and resell. So I still highly recommend Aero Wrecker every other Friday at 1:00 p.m. Go check them out. And with that, I'm going to call this video a day. If any of you know where gold parts are for this locally to the Oklahoma City general area, hit me up. If you know anybody that's got a Tech 2 that would be willing to unlock this radio for me, please let me know in the description and tell me what you think of how the SRX is coming out. We got maybe 1 day left of work if we can find the parts, and this thing is done. So I'm excited. So comment below, tell me what you think. Tell me if you know anybody or you got a friend that knows a friend, whatever. Hit me up, autoauctionrebuilds@gmail.com. Stay safe out there, everybody. I hope you have a good Black Friday, because it is Black Friday for me, although you'll see this the day after Black Friday, which will be Saturday. I'm out of here, guys. Stay safe out there. I'll catch you very soon. Hopefully tomorrow in the next one. Oh, hey, we're about to hit that 100,000 subscribers like tomorrow. That means you guys are going to see me take off my... Not today.